Somebody's excited. We got a lot of snow last night. I mean, there was nothing on the car, so that's probably 5 to 6 inches. I mean, look, it's insane. It is everywhere. I mean, you saw in the videos yesterday, it was pretty much melted. A lot of people have left too. It's just us. We did have somebody right there, they're gone. Had somebody over there, they're gone.
Good girl.
Ooh, God.
Don't eat the other snow.
Well, we had a big change of plans. We were supposed to go to Yellowstone today and then the Tetons on Saturday, but there's a lot of snow here, as you can see, and more. Sorry, it's so bright, I'm squinting. And Glacier National Park's completely closed. We looked, so we decided we're gonna start heading back on Saturday. I called to cancel our reservations in Missoula, and I think we're going, we tried to go to the top, like through Montana, South Dakota, like we originally planned, but a lot of those K-ways are still closed, not open till mid-April and May. So our tentative plan now, and I'm gonna book those places, is we're going back through Colorado. We're gonna go to the top of Colorado where we didn't go before. And then we are going to, I think, South Dakota. Had to look at my list to figure it out. We're going to Rock Springs, Montana, which is back, kind of cutting a little shortcut from going from Utah like we did before. Then we're going to the top of Colorado, and then we're going to the bottom of South Dakota, and then at that point we're close to Minneapolis, which is where we're trying to get. So it's a big change of plans, but we'd rather come and see the entirety of those parks instead of just portions of it. So oh my gosh. Oh gosh, come here. Hey, this is what happens when nobody's at the park and they're loving the snow. Oh my gosh.
Go.
They are loving it, but I know they're gonna be cold. You get her.
Don't say go away. We decided that today we were just going to hang out at the hot springs and go explore the little town of Lava Hot Springs and kind of just go from there.
Yeah, we don't want to half but look at the places. So if we can't see the majority of it or doesn't, we don't want to feel worried the entire time we're there. It's not worth going.
Because that's the other thing. With it being 3 hours away and the amount of snow that's on the ground, we would have to leave and get back before it was dark. Otherwise, when it's dark, it starts freezing, and then we have to worry about black ice.
Yeah, so it just didn't seem worth it, and we're acting like this is our only time we can see these places, and it's not. I mean, we can come back, whether it's with the RV or just flying here, and make it an entire trip. So the next 2 weeks are going to be kind of weird. We'll be moving in the middle of the week, but it's not going to be too bad because I'll still be able to work for the majority of the day. We'll just leave a little bit early. Then most of them are not anywhere past 4 hours. So once we kind of get past Montana, Colorado, and maybe South Dakota, then we don't have to worry about snow anymore. And I don't think we'll have to worry about it much in South Dakota. I could be wrong, but that's our tentative plan for now. I'm going to book those probably later today, and then we'll be heading back. It kind of sucks, but also at the same time, we've got to see a ton of stuff, and
they're all close together, so if we make a trip, we'll be able to see everything that we missed out on. So we made some coffee, and Hayden actually made these bomb-looking burritos that have steak and egg in it, so.
We had some leftovers. I actually put a bunch of leftovers together. We had a sirloin wrap steak that I made for her, and then we had some eggs and some wraps from our lunch stuff, so.
So we're going to smash that, we're going to watch some TV, and then we'll get ready and we'll go to the hot springs.
went to another hot spring. This is the more popular one in town. The one we went to seems like a local spot, not a lot of people go to because it's smaller. This one is much bigger, and the pools are much hotter. They have some that range from like just 100 degrees up to like 115. And then the ground is really cool too. It's gravel. You can't really tell. I guess you can see me moving my foot, but it's like gravel and sediment, and then there's like actual rock. I think this is the hot spring where it comes up from the ground, because if you put your feet down in the dirt here, it's really hot. You can feel the water coming up through it. And it's also actively snowing, which is even cooler. So it was only like $8 a person all day. I don't know if you can leave and come back because they didn't give us your wristband, but it's so worth it, and it's really cool.
Very cool. I'm glad we came to this one and didn't go to the other one again.
And it's at the edge of the town. It was only a 2-minute drive from the KOA, so it's definitely worth it. Man, this is crazy. Just got out of the hot springs, and we talked to a lady that was in the one next to us, and she recommended this place called 78th Main. They have some really good food. One of them has a burger with bison, elk, and wild boar, so you already know I'm definitely getting that one.
Got your boy.
And after that, we'll probably head back and just hang out in the warmth because it's supposed to snow for the rest of the day. So.
And yes, we're still in our freaking bathing suits, so who cares?
Be soaking wet on the seat.
This is the Philly cheesesteak, and it comes with cream cheese on it, which I'm gonna regret later. The onions, the freaking homemade ranch. You know we're suckers for that. Pickle spears.
Look at that.
What is that?
That's the beast burger. The meat is wild boar, elk, bison, and wagyu beef.
Jeez. Give us a taste test.
I don't know if I can get my mouth. And there's bacon and grilled onion remoulade, whatever that means. And butter lettuce. Oh my goodness, okay, here we go.
To get the nod of approval.
Alright, it is our last day here in Idaho. I bet you can guess what we did during the day. I worked.
I edited. You can say that.
I wanted you to speak.
Oh.
We've been hanging around the town this week. Some days just staying in the RV, some days going to the hot spring. Went to eat the restaurant, local spot one time.
It was very good.
It was. We went to Pocatello one time when we first got here for groceries, which I will say to our credit, we have done really good, and we got enough groceries for us for the whole week, which we typically don't do because when we're at home, we'll get stuff stuff for meals, but we'll forget one or two things and go to the grocery store 3 times a week to get one or two things. So we spent like almost 2 hours at Walmart making sure we got absolutely everything.
And even got like extra cheap little like frozen pizzas and stuff like that.
Yeah, we didn't want to drive 45 minutes again. But now we're headed back to Pocatello one more time. There's
It's a place like Swig in Utah. It's basically like the same. It's an Italian soda shop, and they just, you know, add in different flavors. It's just something to do and something to get us out of the RV and not just the hot springs.
Yeah. I've been having problems with my computer. I think I messed it up driving to one of the places. I don't remember. I was on the phone with my brother-in-law for like an hour last night, and we're getting closer to what's going on, but I'm going to Best Buy to see if they have some stuff that I need. If not, I'm going to order it on Amazon and send it to the site we're going to on Sunday, which is Fort Collins, Colorado. So we'll get it fixed. It's also been kind of nice to not get to play it because I've got to do other things. So we'll probably go back to the hot spring one more time tonight. We'd like to. We'll see how it is, because we still have to clean up the RV after being there for a week. So either way, we're excited to leave, but also sad at the same time. It's a cool little town. You know, there's not a whole lot to do, so I wouldn't suggest staying here for a week. But if you come to Idaho and you're staying in Pocatello and you want to come here for a night or two,
Yeah.
or just come to see the hot springs.
Yeah.
It's a really cool town.
And they're cheap. I suggest doing it when it is colder outside, because if the sun is out and it's not a cloudy day, it gets hot.
Very hot. We're gonna hang out in Pocatello for a bit, go back and cook and clean, and maybe watch some March Madness.
Yay!
We just went to the drink place. It's called Fizz Drinks. I got a Beachy Keen, which has lemon, vanilla, strawberry puree, peach puree, and some sweet tea. It's one of the like bottled sweet teas. I don't know which one it is, but very good.
I got the fat guy in a little Coke. It's got Coke, cream, and butterscotch in it. Very good.
And then I got, it's already almost gone, but they call it a crow nut. I've never had one before,
It
but
was a chonut.
cho nut. I don't know, maybe a churro and a donut probably.
There you go.
It was very, very good. A cinnamon sugar, and then like a cream cheese glaze. It's very good.
I just got a pretzel that's almost gone. Very good. I think I like this better than Swig.
Well,
Yep. Okay.
we just got back from Pocatello, and I realized we hadn't talked about it much, but Luna, she hadn't been feeling too good. Started late yesterday and most of today. We think she we had a bowl that was, I think it was in the trash. She got into it, we weren't looking. It was some spicy taco soup that Torie had made. So yesterday she started to have not good looking poop, and then she's been just butt peeing all day today. And she would go about every hour, every 2 hours, she would ask us. I mean, in her way, she would whine and like nudge us, and then she would stand by the door. And when we realized it, we took her out, and she would go immediately. And that did about 4 or 5 times. So we're a little bit worried, but kept him in the kennel while we went to Pocatello and came back, and she was in there for probably an hour and a half maybe, and she didn't seem like she had to go because walked around for a bit and she didn't need to. So just to be safe, we're going to switch their food up a bit and just do something bland to fill up her stomach. So get her a chicken breast and 2 cups of rice, and that should do that for today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, just to reset her stomach and make sure she's all good. So I'm gonna cook that up real quick, and then Torie's gonna cook up our dinner. It's a easy one. It's that ziti in the Instant Pot, and then we decided we're just gonna hang out here. We're gonna cook her up some food and make her feel better.
Rock Springs, Wyoming. It was a little bit of a crazy show. I want to say a different word, but I'm not going to. So Hayden had to move the RV up towards the front to hook up my car because there was just way too much snow to try to do it in our spot. And so when he moved, I went to grab the levelers and they were frozen into the ground. So we had to borrow our neighbor's shovel to get them out. And then
I also had to borrow his shovel because there's snow piled up almost to the grill of the RV because we'd been there for a week, and the stuff at the bottom had frozen, so it was just ice. So I knew that there was no way that that RV was going to go over that without just, going as fast as we can, just bumping all over the place. So I cleared that out. So that's two things already. And then I had people going around me trying to set the car up, and
it was just hectic. I smashed my finger in between the dividers and cut myself. It was just a lot. So we're happy.
Survived. My relationship survived.
Yeah. We're happy to be on the road again. It is snowing again, and like Hayden said, a lot of the stuff froze, so there was just ice everywhere, and now you're getting snow on top of that. I feel really bad for the people that live there because I can't imagine. I mean, luckily they keep the roads clear, but those are just the main roads.
There's a snowplow coming down the road right now, and it is actively snowing, but I'm looking at the roads now, and there's not a flake of snow, or I don't see any ice. We had to go this way, so to go from Lava Hot Springs, Idaho to Wyoming, there's two ways you can go. One is Highway 38, which is the one we're going on, which is not as well populated, but it's an hour faster than the other way, which is you go down Idaho and you hit, I think it's Highway or Interstate 80, which is the main road, but it adds another hour, but you have to go an hour down and then to the right. So hindsight, after our drive through the Colorado mountains, I probably should have taken the interstate. But
there's some ice.
Here we are. We'll take it slow. we got literally all day. So if it takes us all day, it takes us all day. It won't. We won't be up in the mountains for long. I think we go up to the top and then we go down. So
luckily it's only like 3.5 hours, right? Even if that trip doubles, it's still 6 hours, which will suck, but it's not 8. So
yeah, like I said, I don't think it's going to be long because once we get to the top of a mountain, I don't think there's much after that. And until I don't see trucks on the road, I'm not worried. So check that out. We are disgustingly dirty. The drive. Oh my gosh.
I've not caught one.
until we'll be there for 3 days. We've been just hanging around.
Oh, I ain't gonna say that.
Hey yo, the rain was steady pouring, heard the drops, a drizzle meant to be. Chilling in my crib, no doubt. Peep the